Hey there, how are you? Mind if I join you? All right. So here we are today, back again, doing another one of my famous videos. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about another gun I acquired. Then I'm going to give you a brief history about it as well, like I've done in the past. So basically, what we have here is a Model 16. This is a Model 16 J. Stevens Arms and Tool Company, 32 rimfire crack shot. 32 rimfire, 32 short rimfire, sorry. Very, very hard to get these days. This is actually a lever operated rolling block, okay? So what you have here is you have the lever, okay? You have the chamber, you put your shell in there, right? You close it, and then bang goes the bullet when you're ready to fire. And then when you're done, you open the lever operated rolling block again. So you pull the lever down, opens the chamber, your round, you can take your round out, and you're all set. Okay, so this firearm is obviously safe. I've never fired it, nor will I probably. Excuse me. This was actually produced in 1900 to about 1913. This one here, based on the serial number, was probably in the early 1900 time frame. Beautiful little gun, rifled bore, very nice condition for its age. This is a takedown model as well, so what I'm going to do here is actually just show you real quick. So what you can do, you unscrew this here, okay, and then the barrel actually comes off. The barrel comes off here, two separate pieces, right? Anyway, so we're just going to put that back together for now. So hold on one second here. And then, okay, we're just going to put that barrel back on. Okay. And, okay, it's safe. Firearm safe. We're just going to set that down for a moment. So basically where it all started was in 1850 by a man named Joshua Stevens. He founded the Massachusetts Arms Company with a couple gentlemen, two namely Horace Smith and Daniel Wesson. If you're into firearms, or if you don't even have to be, you're going to know those names. So they went on later in later years to form Smith and Wesson, actually. Very popular and time and tested name there. In 1864, Josh Stevens left and formed his own company called the Stevens Arms Company. Oops, sorry, my camera lady here is getting comfortable. So in 1864, he founded the Stevens Arms Company. And then in 1883, I believe, he bought the Massachusetts Arms Company that he originally helped found. A year or two later, or whatever it was, he changed the name he reorganized the company, restructured, incorporated it into the J. Stevens Arms and Tool Company. They were very big into making tools at that point as well. One of their main things. In about 1896, a gentleman by the name of Mr. I.H. Page, I believe, bought the company from Josh Stevens. They got into cars, the Stevens Duryea car company as well. They were doing all sorts of that. They went on to make the crack shot here. Many firearms were made by Stevens. Very popular name in the early 1900s and going on to 1910, 1915. This just one more point to mention here. This one here actually sold for about $4 brand new, which is quite amazing. So anyway, so this is where the story gets somewhat interesting. In 1915, the J. Stevens Company was actually sold to the New England Westinghouse Company. Now, the only reason the New England Westinghouse Company bought this, which was based out of U.S. as well, the only reason they bought the J. Stevens Firearms Company was to produce 1.8 million Mosin Nagant, sorry, pronunciation, I'm not sure, Mosin Nagant rifles for Russia. So Tsar Nicholas II actually put out this contract and said, you know, all these different firearms companies are going to be making these for the First World War. Tsar Nicholas II actually put out a contract, so they were being produced in the U.S. for Russia. So things went down, and obviously, if you've heard of the name Tsar Nicholas II, you know what happens. The New England Westinghouse Company never actually got paid, obviously, for these guns. So anyway, what they did was they sold them to the U.S., the government, the military, and all this, to recoup some of the money. So in about 1920, the New England Westinghouse Company was doing pretty poorly through that time. So it was bought out by another firearms company. You're going to know this name if you've dealt with firearms at all. So the Savage Arms Company actually bought out the Stevens name in 1920 from New England Westinghouse. They produced firearms under the Stevens name, Savage Stevens, probably for many, many years. They did stop production for a time. I can't remember the date exactly, but I know in 1999 they started up with the name again, Savage Stevens. And it's a company that I own, I think, 2 other Savage firearms, a Mark II heavy barrel 22, which is a fantastic firearm. And they do make your budget shotguns as well. Stevens Shotguns is a very good name. Your average, your budget entry level firearm, beat up gun, truck gun, throw it in your truck. You don't mind if it gets bruised up a little bit. But yeah, so there you go. There's a little bit of history behind the J. Stevens Arms and Tool Company. Quite a fascinating story. I didn't know much about it until I got this one, which was just recently, actually. Thank you so much for the person who gave it to me. I did a bit of research, and I just love the story behind it. Quite amazing. I believe it was 1907 when Joshua Stevens passed away. But obviously his name and legacy carried on with some great firearms and some great history and story behind it. So that's that. Thank you for watching another one of my videos. I will turn the camera on to my beautiful assistant real quick here. Thank you, Marika, for all your help.
You're welcome.
And there we have it. If you have any requests about any specific model or make of firearm you want to see or you want to learn more about, please let me know, and I'd love to keep doing these videos. So until the next one, thank you again for watching. Have a great day.